Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and welcome to another autumn sale video. This video was requested by someone in the comments section, and I thought it was too good of an idea to not do it. Now, it's a little bit adjusted, so I want to pull up the comment that the user left. Cult of Mush, I'm an Xbox PC gamer. After the Game Pass price increase, I believe it's a good moment for a what can $360 buy you on Steam? You can make a $360 basket. Not gonna do a $360 basket. You get to the $360 number by $30 is the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate now, times 12, $360, boom, boom, there's my second grade level math. I don't think you should ever drop that kind of cash all at once on Steam unless you're just a high roller and you feel like spending a lot of money. Look, there are 4 major Steam sales throughout the year: the winter sale, the spring sale, the autumn sale, and the summer sale. I don't know why I said them out of order, but those are the 4 major sales. Throughout the entirety of the year, there are great deals running all the time. There are games that are at higher price points that get to lower price points throughout the year. So I think just buying $360 worth of stuff, while it would be cool to look at that in a video and be like, whoa, you could get all these games, rather, I'm gonna go about it if you were to buy games that were gonna keep you busy for a quarter, because Steam runs major sales quarterly, so 3 months, $90 is the budget. I went a little bit over it. It's $91.64 in this basket. It's a fun exercise nonetheless. All of you guys have different ideas of what you want out of your gaming experiences, and hey, we've got a lot of games in here that are in Game Pass, but you get to quote-unquote own the games, however you want to say it, on Steam. You get to have them on Steam. Look, you don't have to be subscribed to a service. So without further ado, got 11 games to go over, and I think if you buy these 11 games, you're good for 3 months, and then the winter sale will be here, and you'll be able to spend another $90. That'll get you through for another 3 months. But let's get right into it. Had to throw in a Hogwarts Legacy. It's 80% off for $11.99. So Microsoft, Xbox, they raised the price of Game Pass, and then it was a woohoo! Hogwarts Legacy is coming to Game Pass. Guess what? Hogwarts Legacy is 80% off for $11.99 on the Steam store. So I would have you guys just buy Hogwarts Legacy. $11.99 for that game is great. I really liked Hogwarts Legacy. Thought it was a well-done open-world RPG. And given that, you know, doing all the side content and whatnot, you're gonna get 40 or so hours of gameplay out of that game. That is a good buy for sure. Enjoyed the gameplay. Story was fine. I'm not a big Harry Potter guy, but I still had a good time with that game, so $11.99 on that. Next up, Persona 5 Royal. You know, I gotta give you guys my JRPG recommendation, and I've said it before, Persona is not my favorite JRPG in the world, but guess what? It's one of the most beloved Japanese RPGs of all time, and it's at a historic low price point of $21. On top of that, this is a game that will keep you busy for a long time. You're talking about getting 80 to 100 hours of gameplay out of here, and yeah, you gotta get at least one Japanese RPG in there. I decided to make sure, hey, while I love JRPGs, I don't want to go overboard on the JRPGs. Now, P5 Royal, to be fair, was the most expensive game in this cart, so, you know, if you don't want to spend the $21 on that, hey, I can understand that, but I think Persona 5 Royal is well worth it, and even though I'm not as high on Persona 5 as a lot of other people, I still really loved the game and thought it was great, and, you know, the general consensus is one of the greatest video games of all time. Don't even have to say one of the greatest JRPGs of all time, legitimately one of the greatest games of all time, so there you go with that. Mass Effect Legendary Edition, 90% off for $5.99. This is available on Game Pass as well with EA Play, but guess what? Get all 3 Mass Effect games for $5.99. Like, the Mass Effect trilogy is one of those games, and I feel like Persona 5 and Mass Effect really do embody this, as well as that. Yeah, they're baked into Game Pass, but these are games that you pay $5.99 for a Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and you're gonna go back, I feel, to Mass Effect for years and years and years. I've been meaning to make a list of games that I'm gonna replay literally until the day I die. Like, I gotta make that list because those games exist for me now, and those are the games. Like, I put a Mass Effect 2 in that category. I put some of these other games in that category of games that I will go back to for literally the rest of my life. And Mass Effect 2, the entire trilogy, to be honest, in that category. I'm not saying I do yearly replays of them, but I'll go back to them all the time, and they're phenomenal RPGs. You know, RIP BioWare. This franchise was really them at their pinnacle. Mass Effect 2, still to me, one of the greatest video games of all time, and for $5.99, again, that trilogy, fantastic. Hades, $6.24 on this. Incredibly addicting action roguelite experience. Another game that I didn't get into as much as a lot of other people, but one of those games that you can spend hours upon hours upon hours in, and one of those games that, you know, if you just want a game to kick back, relax, you know, it can be fairly challenging, don't get me wrong, but Hades has that loop aspect going where you can play it, listen to a podcast at the same time. I feel like it's one of those worthwhile experiences as far as that's concerned. $6.24 on that. Red Dead Redemption 2, 75% off for $14.99. You know, some of you guys call me the Tomb Glazer for my love of Tomb Raider. Really, Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably the game I go back to over and over again in terms of recommending it. It is in my pantheon of the greatest video games of all time. I never really sat down and thought about what is my favorite game of all time, but you know, if I had to rank like my absolute upper echelon, Red Dead Redemption 2 is in there. It is a phenomenal game, even being 7 years old at this point. The attention to detail, the visuals, the story, Arthur Morgan as a main character. Love Red Dead 2, another game that's going to take you a significant amount of time and one of the most incredible open world experiences that you can come across. $14.99 for that is outstanding. Halo the Master Chief Collection, 75% off for $9.99. Yeah, giving Microsoft some love here. You know what? $9.99 to get all of the Halo games, at least the relevant older Halo games. Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo Reach. That's a lot of games, and the Halo campaigns, especially the good ones, again, are campaigns that I'll go back to over and over again for the rest of my life. Like that Halo Reach campaign, absolutely in the rest of my life category for $9.99. This entire collection of Halo at its absolute pinnacle from a campaign standpoint, I think is great, and definitely worthwhile to check that out. And if you want more Halo, you can download Halo Infinite for free, and Halo Infinite for free, you know, Infinite's a decent experience now with all of the updates that have come to that. But Master Chief Collection with all the campaigns, $9.99 on that is an outstanding deal. Definitely recommend that. So some great campaigns there that you can go back to for eons and eons. Haven, 90% off for $2.49. I wanted to give a shout out to some lower key games, but Haven's one of those games that I recommend you guys to play with your significant other. I know those things don't grow on trees, but Haven is a worthwhile game, a very charming game, accessible game, good story, very easy. It's at a historic low price point at $2.49, and honestly, in my opinion, one of the best deals in this entire sale. So, wanted to mention that. Desperados 3, 90% off for $3.99. Another Wild West game, but this one a tactics game, done by Mimimi Game Studios, an incredibly talented studio that they've done some great work on tactics games in Desperados 3. Another one, wanted to get, you know, more of a strategy tactical game in here, and Desperados 3 kind of fits that criteria, so $3.99 on that is great. That's a historic low price point as well. Witcher 2 and Witcher 3. Witcher 2 is $2.99, Witcher 3 is $9.99. Witcher 3, again, pantheon of the greatest video games of all time. 80% off for $9.99 is an excellent deal with the DLC. Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings, super underrated at this point because Witcher 3 is absolutely loved, but hopefully after the Witcher 1 remake comes out, like a lot of people will go back and check out Witcher 2 because it's an excellent game, and it still holds up fairly well, and it has controller support. It's not like the best controller support in the world. Definitely the ideal way to play is with keyboard and mouse, but you could definitely get through the game with a controller. I've beaten the game entirely with controller. Initially, my first playthrough of this game was with keyboard and mouse, but subsequent playthroughs were with controller. But $2.99 on that. Witcher 3, obviously, with the DLC, outstanding deal, $9.99 on that. And then lastly, a game that'll literally give you infinite content and just incredible replayability, Left 4 Dead 2, 80% off for $1.99. Get a couple of friends, pick it up together, and jump in together. That's one of the most fun co-op experiences you can have, and you fit that co-op experience as well. Although the Halo campaigns offer you that as well. But Left 4 Dead 2 has that level of insanity that a lot of other games are going to have, and an incredibly active modding scene, and again, you could get endless content with that. So that's my lineup. That's 11 games for $91.64. Essentially 3 months of Xbox Game Pass, and these are games you get to keep in your Steam library. You can quote-unquote own, however you want to view that, but a year from now, if you beat a game, or 2 years from now, 5 years from now, if you beat one of these games and you want to go back to it, you don't have to perpetually keep a subscription service, and you're building this library for eons. Remember, Persona 5 Royal used to be in Game Pass. Is it still in Game Pass? No, it got pulled from it. Any of the games that come out on Game Pass outside of, generally speaking, the Xbox day one titles, the Xbox published games, those will stick around, but these are licensing deals that they sign. So a year, 2 years, they could get pulled, and a lot of the big games will get pulled. So keep that in mind as well. You can build your collection on Steam. This is 3 months, and these games, absolutely buy them all. You think you get through all these games in 3 months? Buckle up. If you got a job, if you got a 9 to 5, you got a semblance of a social life, even if you're gaming like 8 hours a day, like maybe if you're gaming 8 hours a day, maybe you can, but there's games here that just have so much replayability as well. I don't even think that'll get you through everything, and yeah, there's a lot of content here and definitely some worthwhile stuff. So that's my roundup. Again, you could really go a million different ways. Links to all of these in the description box below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Shout out to the commenter that gave me this idea, Ray Chi 7361, and yeah, I love the idea. Didn't want to go $360 would be here for an eon. I could definitely put in some more expensive games if we had a bigger price threshold. Like, I would feel more comfortable putting in a Baldur's Gate 3 or a Metaphor, Refantasio, games of that ilk. But those games will get cheaper and cheaper, and guess what? 3 months from now, when the winter sale rolls around, they might be cheaper. So that'll do it for me. Links in the description box below. Thought this would be a fun video to do, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.